Hello all, Casual Doom Gamer back at you with another video. Oh yeah, video. So actually, I recorded a video earlier. So if you're, yeah, so for tonight, and I think I'm re-recording it because I am talking about my annual video about, well, I guess not exactly annual because I'm doing it a little early on my backlog plan for the next year, which will be for 2026. So, here's the thing, let me explain. So, usually I do the backlog, and this past year, I was doing good until July. I was originally scheduled for a surgery. A medical issue arose, made me very sick. I had to be hospitalized. The surgery was um, postponed, and then I was basically trying to get myself better. I was not in the right mindset to kind of enjoy myself and play games. Got myself to the surgery, which was scheduled for this past October. Got to the surgery. Um, yeah, and so just things happened. I was basically in between the hospital and the physical rehab facility about a month. Sorry for covering the camera. There was wiping something off my screen. Um, just got home. Want to say on the 20th. So I haven't been home long. Just getting my bearings. Trying to figure out how to handle everything. But yeah, I don't want to get into that because I'm here to talk about games, and right now I need games more than ever. So I feel that me playing games is actually going to happen because I always have this massive plan to play all these games, and it doesn't come to fruition because I just am not in the mood to play and to basically to enjoy myself, because that's what games are. And like I said, if the complication, I think if there wasn't that complication this past year, I would have did well because I got about, I want to say about 10 games in from the from this year. And that was only up until June. So that was not bad for me. If I had continued on that pace, I would have got 20, which would have broken my norm of about 16. But that's the thing of this new plan that I have. It's not about completing the games, because completing the games, it's a good way to think, but I think more I should be focusing on just completing playing games. So it doesn't matter if I'm playing a game to complete something off the list I'm about to read to you, which I really shortened down from 72 games, and I whittled it down to 13 have to, must, really excited to play games. Like, I think about these games and I'm like, ooh, I want to play it. That's what I need, that motivation. And right now, more than ever, I could use that release of just playing games. So I don't know if I'm gonna leave up the video I have up right now, or if I'm gonna just private it. Maybe I'll let it go up. I'll let you guys see what my original plan was. Because if you watched that video or didn't watch the video, if I left it up, didn't leave it up, I was basically saying that I just had about 12 games that a friend had recommended. I had asked them for recommendations because I basically had been watching a channel called Daryl Talks Games, and he let his viewers, obviously, I don't have a ton of viewers to put in lots of votes to tally up to figure out what I should be playing as like a viewer suggestion for the month. So Went to a friend, asked them for like 12, got about 15 games from them. I whittled it down. I took about 4 or 5 games from them, and the rest are just games that basically I was actually trying to finish up for 2025. And like I said, I just got a little sidetracked. So a lot of these games actually that I'm about to say that I want to play for next year, some of them I have already started. Some of these games that I put on there, I actually may finish for 2025, which means that I will have a few open spots because I like to have at least one game set for the month, for like for each month, one game a month that like I have to get to, not I have to get to, but like I know about that I want to get to, and then leave it open so I have open space for new stuff that comes out for the year that kind of, gets me all excited. Yeah. Okay, so starting is Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. That is actually going to be coming out this week. I have it digitally. I'm probably going to jump into it. Also, to skip ahead a little bit on this list, number 7 is Zelda Skyward Sword. I'm kind of in the groove playing that too. So, Skyward Sword and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond may actually be finished for this year, adding to this year's totals. I will usually around like a day or two before the year ends, or actually no, I'll do it the first day of the new year probably. I'll make a video talking about the games that I did complete for 2025. But in the meantime, this is the list of the pro- possible plan for 2026. All lists are subject to change. So I said Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Then we have Persona 5 Royal. That was one of the ones my friend recommended, and everyone who talks about this game says it's a great game. This actually was one of the few games that I was playing when I was in the hospital that I booted up about 7 or 8 hours in. Obviously, it's a lot longer game than that. So we'll see how that goes. I very much enjoy the system and of the battling with the weaknesses and the being able to go again and stuff like that. So I enjoyed that. Then we have Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I actually started that after I finished Breath of the Wild. I restarted it. So I'm a little bit into that, maybe couple hours, 3 4 hours into that, not even. So play that. Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm not gonna say exactly where I am. Well, I'll give you like the world number. I guess I'm in world 11, 12, maybe something like that. So I think I'm pretty much 75% done with the game. So yeah, that's almost done. Xenoblade Chronicles X. I am in, I believe, either chapter 4 or 5. I was waiting for a Switch 2 patch to make it 120 frames so I could play that on the TV in glory, but no. Yeah. So this one here, I know my friend, we talked about this and he told me not to do this, but I have already started Metaphor Refantasio. I have it on my PlayStation 5. It's a PlayStation 5 Pro. I can't right at this moment guarantee when I will be able to safely play the PlayStation 5 in, basically it's in my bedroom. I don't know if I can well, I can sit on the chair in there in the bed, but I don't know if I once I get on it I can get back off of it right now until my legs get a lot stronger. They're getting there. I am diligently working out every day to get them stronger. I am seeing a lot of progress. It's just you gotta wait for muscles to recuperate, grow, get stronger. It takes a little time. But Metaphor Refantasio, I was going to play on the Portal. Now I know the Portal isn't great for like action type of games, but this is technically a turn based. I know you have to like find the enemies in the world and like sneak up on them, which if you have a shoddy internet connection, you could get ambushed, yes, but I'm willing to take the chance because the game is amazing. The portal screen looks beautiful, so I'm not worried about, oh, I'm not seeing it on the TV in glorious 4K. That's okay. I want to play this game. I want to experience this game. At first, I had Claire Obscure 33 on here because I said there might be a way to get in my room and get in there because I have a computer chair with handles. And when I have the handles help me be able to boost up easier. But the computer chair may be still a little too low, even though I have the boost. So, yeah. So the safer bet is to go with Metaphor. Plus, it's also the older game that I have. Claire will still be here, maybe even later on next year when I am more healed up and able to. So yeah. Then number 7, like I said, is Zelda Skyward Sword. I have the bug again for Zelda, which is why the next one is Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I was watching a video, someone was talking about a buying guide. They were showing clips of Tears of the Kingdom, just like it gives me that warm feeling that Breath of the Wild does. I kind of want to go back and play a Zelda, although I've been dipping into Breath of the Wild, even though I beat it, and well, so I haven't gotten the Master Sword yet. So I'm working on getting that, and I'm working on some shrines still here and there. So that's why, like I said, it's not about completing games as much this upcoming year and going forward as much as it is just finding time for games. Like if I'm in the mood to jump into Breath of the Wild, why am I denying myself that time? I mean, because if I'm not gonna play the game that I wanna, that I put down that I want to get to anyway, why would I not just play something else and just get something in and just get that enjoyment? Because that's what games should be for. It's just the enjoyment of it. Number 9 on the list is Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. Obviously, I have to get to the Tears of the Kingdom first. Then I can play Age of Imprisonment, and I also have to get to Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity first, kind of tie up the Breath of the Wild saga. Then after that, number 10 is Astral Chain. This is one of the ones that my friend recommended. I'm already in. I think I'm in chapter 4 or 5 of this one. Every time I play, I love the fact that they have that little dojo in the precinct, so you kind of relearn all your moves and what to do and whatnot, and kind of hone it. Because when you come back from a long hiatus and you don't know what the controls are, not a fun game to play. Okay, then for number 11, we have Hades. Um, yeah, that's that's gonna be fun. I have that on the Switch. We will see how that goes. That was a one recommended by my friend. He's currently playing Hades 2. He loved Hades 1, loves Hades 2, says it's amazing. So I will jump into that. So we have a little common ground to talk about with that one. Number 12 is Metroid Dread. I mean, it is a shame that I have not finished this game. I think the last time I booted up to play was 2020, late 21, early 22. I remember playing after just dealing with a bunch of personal stuff, and it was fun, but it just like I don't know, I just didn't jump back into it. The 3D Metroids are more my speed. Then number 13, we have Ori and the Blind Forest, the first Ori game. That is also another one that's recommended by my friend. I need to play this. This is a game that just has been calling to me for years, so I'm excited to play this. And I know I said I only had 13, but you know what? Now that I'm talking about Metroid Dread and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, I gotta rectify something. So my experience with 3D Metroids is I first played Metroid Prime 3 Corruption in like 2000, I want to say 7 or 8. And I played it, I beat it, I loved it. I was like, Metroid Prime is my jam. And when they announced Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, I was like, I have to have this. I had it on pre order right away. My pre order eventually got canceled by Amazon when they, just didn't know what was going on with the game. But I have to add as number 14 to this list Metroid Prime Remastered, the first one, because I bought that as soon as it released on the Switch, got it digitally, got a physical copy, lent my physical copy to someone, rebought another copy of the physical copy, so I have a backup just for the collection. And I played it a little bit. I loved it. I love it. I did not finish it. I need to finish that this year. That needs to be done. These are basically games that are going to excite me to want to play. And Metroid Prime Remastered is one of those. So possibly if I beat Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, which I probably will beat that this year, um, I will stick Metroid Prime Remastered. Well, I'll stick on the list this list anyway, but that'll take that spot. So it'll still be 13, and then Skyward Sword is gonna come off of there, and then we'll do that. And I'll probably stick on uh what is it? Trails in the Sky first chapter. I'll stick that on because I need to do a Trails game one a year because I have a feeling that that's going to be every 1 to 2 years they're going to start re-releasing a lot of these Trails games. So I need to get into those because I own a lot of the Trails games. I have them on Switch and PlayStation. So I have them on like both consoles just in case because I didn't know where I would get them, and I know that the physical prints go out of stock very very fast. So I picked up whatever I could for both of those. But yeah, so I guess we're technically at 15. So 15 is good. My usual for the year is 16. Um, I plan to be playing a lot more than I did for this last year, although during the time I have scheduled for the day to play games, which is little spoiler alert and a little or behind the camera, behind the scenes. It is 4:01 p.m. right now, Eastern time for me in the US. So 2 to 6 is my game playing time. I need to put a little time on my schedule for. I guess I could do that during. I have like scheduled time for hobbies, but I'm gonna have to move that because I have appointments and stuff to do during those times. Yeah, but yeah. So I should be getting to more games. I want to get to these games. I want to talk about these games because whenever I finish a game, um, I usually put up some sort of like review or thoughts on it. So there was a game that I almost finished for this year, which was the Kirby and the Forgotten Land DLC. I did all the levels, got to the boss. I almost 100%ed most of the levels. I did a lot of it, got to that boss, and I had to turn the difficulty down, and I was still getting like destroyed. Me and my friend both agree that listen, you didn't beat the boss, doesn't count as a game completed for the year. So I may go back in and try again, but I feel like I think I want to say I did about anywhere from 10 to 15 tries on that boss, and it was just like owning me. Only one time did I get to like the second phase of the boss. I don't know if there's a third phase. So yeah, I think at this point I might just say, hey, I'm good. I'm good. So yeah. But I may try to either this year or maybe even sometime next year if I'm kind of getting the idea that hey, because my brain always thinks about what I do wrong in these games and tries to figure out a way to come back. And when I'm ready, and my head is like, let's do this. Yeah, I usually get it done after thinking for a while and just like stewing on it. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know out of these, I guess, 15 games that I mentioned, what would be your top three that I should get to? Because I don't know if I would get to all 15 of these. So, what are your top three that you think that I should play out of these games? I'll go over the list again real fast. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Persona 5 Royal, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Metaphor ReFantazio, Zelda Skyward Sword, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, Astral Chain, Hades, Metroid Dread, Ori and the Blind Forest, Metroid Prime Remastered, and Trails in the Sky First Chapter. Those are the 15 games I'm going to try to get to for next year. What are the top three that you think I should get to? I'll take a look at what everyone's top threes are. I'll tally it up. I don't know if I'll get obviously a big response, but I mean anything I get to kind of say, hey, you should really focus on these three. Maybe I'll give that more of a focus and go for those first. Obviously, don't tell me to play Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment if I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah, try to keep it in order or together. I mean, I could technically play those without finishing Age of Calamity, so that's kind of a way around. And Prime Remastered and Prime 4, that really doesn't matter the order because they're not uh too interconnected. From what I understand, Prime 4 is a new storyline. So yeah, hit the bell notification to know when I put my videos up, especially when I decide to put a video up and then take a video down and then put another video up. All right. You all have a great day. Later.